Hi everyone, it's Desiree and I am here with Spellbinders, and let's celebrate the March Club kits. And that is what we are doing through our blog hop celebration. So what we do is we're just going to celebrate all of the March kits basically. Now here I have something a little bit special. This is actually the stamp set. The clear stamp set for March, and I'm going to combine that with the previous month's, February's Glimmer set. In February, the Glimmer set had a beautiful set of frames, scalloped frames, and I thought they were perfect. So I'm going to be using my gold speckled foil, and I'm going to do 3 panels. So I'm actually going to be using the three different sizes of the frames, and I'm going to foil them. So I just needed to cut one piece of foil, and then I kept on using the center of it as we continued doing our foiling. And you would think, you know, wow, this is just really detailed when it comes to this foiling. The frame, it's not thick lined, it's dainty, and it's got these beautiful scallops going to it. You can still see that the speckles within the foil for the gold throughout those lines, throughout the frame. So I thought that was really cool because I didn't know if it was going to work. Didn't know if it was going to matter, basically. But it actually did. So I used a really bright lime green, a pink, and then I used a piece of Desert Storm for each of the panels. On the smallest panel, I'm going to stamp my image. So I grabbed the most adorable bunny, and then one of the little tiny flowers, and then just the Easter greetings sentiment. I'm using my Simon Says stamp Intense Black. You know, it's weird. I love this black because to me it's not a black. It's like a charcoal gray. Now don't get me wrong, I could stamp these multiple times and get a deeper black. But I do like the softness of that black. Now again, that's just my opinion. When it comes to that ink, I mean, my eyes could be failing me, you never know. Okay, so grab my colored pencils and let's do some coloring. So I'm going to first start out with shades of green because I want to ground my image. It's an adorable little bunny. He's not floating in the air. So I'm just taking the lighter green first, making it just a little bit darker around him. Then I'm coming in with a darker green and helping to outline that portion. And then I'm going to put just these little tiny shoots of grass coming up just to, you know, again, help reinforce that it's grass. Then I'm going to grab shades of warm gray for my little bunny. Now, the colored pencils that I'm using here are my Prismacolors. So I'm using shades of warm gray and also browns. Warm grays do have a brown tint to them. So I'm going to come in and use them as the accent. So just to have these two different colors going on. For this little bunny, I'm actually putting down a shade of the light brown first. Once I have my base color in, I will use a pink for the ears, just to fill that in. And then I will use the darker shade for the cheeks and have that down below. I'm going to accent the nose, and then I'm going to come in with the darkest of the warm grays and just start putting my lines in, putting in those shadows. So I want that to be around the outside of him, at the base of his front paw, at the base of his neck. So I'm accenting that area as well. Again, just providing those definitions, that the defining areas. So, you know, now you can see he has a head. You can see that he's got that front paw, and it's just helping to accent those areas when you come in with the darker colors. I'm then going to come in with 2 shades of blue for my flowers that are adorably coming out. It looks like his nose, but it's really supposed to be his mouth. Of course, a light and a darker blue. Again, not being particular, just adding those 2 colors to give it some shading. So very simple coloring when it came to that image. I'm now going to grab my double-sided foam tape, and I'm going to place that behind the brown panel, the stamped panel. And that's the only panel that's going to be raised up. The double-sided foam that I'm using is by scrapbook.com, and I'm going to place that right on top of the pink, and I have glued the pink onto the green panel. I'm then going to take these panels and I'm going to glue them on the front of my standard A2 size card base, which is 4 1/4 by 5 1/2, and it is a standard card base. And that is our card. Don't need anything else to add to that. So I do hope you enjoy this. Hope I gave you some ideas, some tips and tricks, whether it's for the glimmer system, or whether it's for colored pencils or stamping. Now remember, this is a celebration, so make sure you go to my blog to see who's next in the line that is now celebrating. There are some wonderful, wonderful creatives that are part of this celebration for this month. Now, by all means, make sure that you also go to Spellbinders blog, because of course they are celebrating this release, obviously, and they're going to be giving away a $50 gift certificate to 3 lucky blog readers. Now remember, the selection will be from the comments on their blog, not mine. So you want to make sure that you go to the Spellbinders blog. And of course, their link will be down below. I always give their link to their blog, to their shop, but especially their blog so that you can see all the wonderful inspiration there. The giveaway is going to close on Sunday, March 14th. All right, so that's in 2 days at 11:59 p.m. And that's Mountain Standard Time. Okay, so keep that in mind. The winner will be announced on that same Blog Hot post the following Tuesday. All right, and just, again, the winner's responsible for shipping costs, duties, and taxes. All right, so just keep that in mind. But yay, awesome gift, $50. As always, if you have any questions, make sure you leave those down below as well, and I'll get back to you as soon as I can. Enjoy, smile, and giggle just a little bit. We always have to do that. It does relieve tension. But please, remember, enjoy this process, and always remember, be creative. Take care, everyone.